Get some tomatoes?
Hey, yes, oh my goodness. So I just picked these yesterday and I picked a ton of them, as you can see. These,
they're so good,
oh,
too.
they're like eating candy. But I found out that these are really hard to can, but I found out you can freeze them. So you rinse them, freeze them for about 2 hours, and then you vacuum seal them. And so I'm gonna give it a try. I have them in the freezer right now.
I'd be surprised if those are any good.
But look at all the ones that just overnight. They
They're all
just,
in there.
I know, it's so exciting. But then I want to tell you about a tip that I learned. They're like marbles.
We got 3 over there we're going to try. See if this is worth doing.
Might have made the bag a little big.
Spread them out a little bit.
Okay.
There you go. I did them kind of flat.
I kind of bunched them up.
Bunched them up. We don't know which one's right. I don't think it matters. All right. We'll let you know how it comes out.
About canning. So I used to core all this out and then I would can, and that is a lot of time. So I want to show you something that I've learned that's so much easier, because we're getting ready to can a bunch of them.
Cool, let's do it. Hang on, just so you know, we've done tomatoes the hard way, and this is the easiest way to can them that we figured so far. So let us know what you think in the comments. You got something else? More tomatoes?
I got more tomatoes. They're coming off like crazy.
We pick them just a little bit green because varmints.
Yeah, because something gets them. So I let them set inside, I let them ripen, and they turn out like this. They're beautiful. Yeah.
Those are Cherokee purples,
Yep.
the best tomato on the earth.
All right. Oh, wow. Look at all the ones I have down here. Some more. Before something gets them. Uh-oh, something already got that one.
Those
and
are
that
not
one.
Cherokee purple. Those are probably Arkansas travelers, I think. You got several ready.
Yeah, I got to pick again. I just picked yesterday, but I'm going to have to pick again, looks like. Yeah, I'm going to have to come pick again. All right, well, let's...
There's a big red one back there.
I know, it's a lot of them.
Okay, well, let's go inside and show you how Stacy does her tomatoes, because she's done a ton of them and she's learned from her mistakes, and it might cut some time off of your learning curve. Let's go. Okay, what do you do with tomatoes?
Yeah, so I used to take a knife and I used to core like this all the way and pull it out. And it was so time consuming. And I discovered a better method. You literally take the size of the tomatoes, about all the same size, you throw them in the pot, core and all, and you do it till it's about to, what would you say? The skin starts to peel off, then you go like this. You
Yeah,
leave
just like
this, yeah, you leave this in the real pot, the first pot. This is what you boil them in. So you don't contaminate this pot. This is what you're going to squeeze them in. So you take this, peel them there, and then you'll take this and with your hands, you squeeze it. You squeeze and smush all of the tomato stuff off. Get the skin, you put that back in there. And it takes a few minutes, but you'll end up with a lot of tomato sauce.
It's a pretty small tomato too.
These are small, but these are really good canning tomatoes. They're very meaty. Some of the bigger tomatoes are more juicy. These have a lot of meat to them. So you do this over and over, and it takes me a couple hours to get a good, really batch.
It'll look like that.
And if you get a can of tomatoes from me, a tomato sauce, you are well loved, because this is a work of love.
It is a labor of love, that's for sure. If you ever get a can of tomatoes from somebody, they love you.
I was talking to a little old lady at the Tractor Supply. I was talking about how much of a pain it was to core all the tomatoes. And she was like, girl, or actually she called me sweetie, I think, or honey, and said, you don't have to core those. She said, just put them in there, boil them as they are. She said, but just try to go by size. So I try to go by size. I even boil as small as these. These are great canning. The bigger ones are juicier, but these are meatier. They have more meat to them.
Those are Arkansas Travelers?
No, those are, I forget what those are. I'll have to go out and look at the plant. But anyway, so that's what I do from now on. I just throw them in there.
Well, they're not Roma. They got to be Arkansas Travelers.
I don't remember what they are.
That's the only two we put for canning tomatoes, I think.
Well, we did Bradley too.
Oh, yeah, it could be Bradley.
And anyway, so I just throw them in there, and then I mush them up with my hands. And that is it. And then I bring them to a boil on the stove. And then I put them in a jar, can them. And I should mention, I guess, actually, that I also do citric acid. I put a little bit of citric acid in each can before I water bathe them. And I water bathe these cans for about 35 minutes and the bigger ones for about 45.
Those are our peppers.
Yeah, these are our peppers. Yeah, I just finished chopping those up today.
It's like the only thing we season food with.
That's true.
That and salt, that's it.
That's about true, yeah. These are good though. And that's it. That's all I do.
That's it, guys. Have an awesome, awesome day. Can some tomatoes later.